Hi everyone, it's Lehman with Lace Covered Skies. Welcome back to part 2 of this tutorial where I make these recipe cards. And we're going to continue. So in the last video, we got up to this point. The next thing I do is I corner punch the cardstock edge. I leave the other edge as is. I then use this stamp. I got this stamp at Hobby Lobby at my very first Hobby Lobby clearance sale, where I also got this tab that I use in this project. It was when I first started getting into junk journals, and this was on clearance and I bought it, and I'm glad I did because I've used it a lot. Now with that, I will use, so the point of me stamping these numbers on here, even though there is not very clear, is to give it kind of like an aged look. And I usually do it on the right hand side, and I will use an old distress ink. So this one's a very old ink that I got probably 10 years ago. It's like destroyed, but it works well for this project because it doesn't give off a lot of ink. Now, I only use like part of this, the numbers. So I'm just going to stamp it on some of like the 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see how much this works actually. Let me try stamping right here. If there's even any ink left. Okay, there's a lot of ink left. So let me get it to the point where it's just kind of faded. So hopefully it's faded. And I will just barely stamp on there. And I'll kind of go off. Okay, that's a little too off, but it's fine. You get the idea. Like I just kind of give a very slight hint of something. Like this one, there's barely anything on there, and I like it like that. So this is perfect actually. And then I will distress ink it. Can't remember what color this is for. I think that's for this. This is frayed burlap. And I really like frayed burlap. I got this even before I did junk journals. So you can see that it's starting to have that look of the other card. Now I will simply glue on these tabs that I punched out in the last video. And I am going to use, I'll even use Elmer's glue sometimes. The less, the less harsher of a glue I need to use, I will, I'll use a very light glue if it's not like a heavy duty thing that I'm trying to glue. So although I think I usually use tacky glue for this. So there's one tab all glued up, and I'll go ahead and put this, the glue on this guy as well. Okay, I think I wanted this one on the bottom. So I am going to kind of go far up here because the pencil marks that I made got glue put, I put glue over it so it's not erasing. So we just will cover it up. And there we go. That was quick and easy. And now we have a tab that can go into our journal. Journaling can be done on the back, and I think it's really just nice and simple. But what I do sometimes, I'll usually do a whole large batch of these, and then for half of them I'll leave them as is, but for some of them I'll add extra embellishing. So for example, on this one I sewed some ribbon on the bottom. I think it looks super cute. And then if I have time, I'll do even more things. And I think if you don't have any of the punches that I use to make the tabs, ribbon would look really cool as a tab as well. Like I have this ribbon. I think this type of ribbon would look really cool. And let's go ahead and make another one and put this tab on it. That was made from the scallop punch. Actually, I can't find the mate to it. It's right here. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this one out. Okay. And I'll go ahead and cut this one out as well. This is a little bit, I think I'll cut this way first. So that I can go down this side. As you can see, I'm going to have extra cardstock, so that's going to be saved for when I make tabs or envelope closures. So we're going to corner punch and corner punch. And then do the stamping. Let's see if there's anything left on here. There's barely anything. So just put a light bit on there. And I don't want to stamp the bottom of my background, so let me put this over, and I will lightly tap this on. Okay. It's not getting the bottom for some reason. Maybe because of cardstock. This cardboard is too thick, but let me try to get the bottom just a little bit more. Okay. All right, so for this one, I think I want to try putting this tab, this different kind of tab on here, because it is a larger one. think I think it's a little bit too big. I wonder what would happen if I just cut some of it off. Hopefully I can cut it straight. I think that's better. Let's go for that. So I'm gonna grab my Elmer's glue. And let's stick it on there. And there we have it. I am going to stick this in my book, my glue press, because it's curving a little bit. All right, actually I need to distress this. And there we have it. Let's go ahead and distress this one as well. This corner is not fully punched. All right, and we'll go ahead and put this on here. I think this tab should go on this side. So let me start with this half. Just going to put glue on the bottom half because the top half has glue already from this side. And then I'm going to just match that up with the scallops. And there we have it. I think it looks really pretty. It gives off a little bit more of a feminine look than the original one that I made. This one to me is very retro for some reason, but it still is a little bit feminine, but I think this one is super feminine. I like them both. All right, so that's it for this tutorial. I think it's really simple and easy, yet when there's a lot of these, like if it's consistently showing up in the journal, it kind of gives it a very cohesive feel to the journal. So that's why I like to make a lot of these. And then I will doll some of them up too. And I think I'll do that with this batch that I'm working on as well. But if you liked this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. It really helps out my videos and helps out my channel. If you want to see more videos from me, please go ahead and give me a please subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. And thank you so much for watching today. And I will talk to you next time. Bye, everyone.